Hello and welcome back to the channel. So we have some further information. A friend of Heidi's has reached out to Crime Online, and this is now being reported in the Daily Mail over in the UK. So we have to take this with some degree of credibility. I guess it's always difficult to be 100% sure of these things, of course, but this person wishes to remain anonymous. But as I say, they have reached out to Crime Online, and this will now start to, I'm sure, surface and circulate on social media. So, a friend of Heidi's has revealed that the missing mother of two's relationship with her fiance had been rocky in the past, as the search for the Heidi and her 3-week-old daughter Margot enters day 7. The friend, who spoke to Crime Online and asked that her name be withheld, told the outlet that Broussard and her fiancé Shane Carey went through a difficult breakup earlier this year. She said that she was taken aback when Heidi informed her during a conversation back in May that she had gotten back together with Carey. "We didn't talk about Shane very often, but the last conversation we had, I was shocked to find that they were back together," the friend said. "She had told me that they broke up, but never told me that they got back together until this summer. I always found that weird. Wouldn't she have told me out of excitement? I knew that she was pregnant, I just didn't know that she was back with Shane." Heidi's friend insisted that the mother would never have left home willingly, especially without her 6-year-old son, Silas. "I feel like everybody is focusing on her running away, and knowing Heidi, I doubt that." When they spoke in May, Heidi told the friend that she was considering moving out of Austin to a home in Kyle that Carey's father owns. The friend said that she was unaware that Heidi never actually moved and was still living in the same Austin apartment with Shane. She said that Heidi had been planning to make the 40-minute trip from Kyle to Austin every day so that her 6-year-old son Silas could attend a good school. She was willing to drive 40 minutes out of her way to have them in a better school, her friend said. That's not a mother that leaves. Now, we've seen, of course, Heidi's parents plea on television. Further to that, the mum has gone on to tell social media, "We miss all of them very much. We want them home. So anybody who has her, please let them go. Just let them go and it will be all right." She added, "Heidi would not do this. There's no way. She loves her son Silas and she would never do this. And she would never take Margot down those stairs without her carrier and have her strapped in and her diaper bag strapped to her back." Of course, we know the diaper bag was left behind at the apartment. David and Tammy Broussard, Heidi's mum and dad, travelled from Lake Charles, Louisiana, after news broke of their daughter and granddaughter's disappearance. Her father said, "We've just been hoping and praying that they find some clues to my daughter's disappearance. I've just been going out in the surrounding area and looking, hoping, and just doing a little detective work. We're not giving up. We don't believe in anything else but Heidi coming home." And the mother added, "We are just trying to do everything we can to let them know and let the public know that the authorities are doing their job and we want to bring our babies home." So just to reiterate what the police said on Tuesday at their press conference, it was Detective Brad Herries. He said that investigators are currently working on the assumption that Broussard and her daughter have not been harmed. Herries said that authorities are exploring every possibility and at this point are assuming they are still alive. It's possible that Heidi and Margot have left on their own accord. It's also possible that there may be something nefarious or foul play involved. They do not have a person of interest at the moment in this case, and they refuse to confirm or deny whether there had been any previous domestic call-outs to the family home, but they have said that past police contact is part of the investigation, along with social media posts. Herries refused to confirm if Broussard's fiancé Shane was a suspect. In addition, detectives have now been interviewing her family and friends and reviewing surveillance footage from the Austin apartment complex where Heidi lives. So let's just hope that somebody, just even if it's just one person, had some kind of surveillance equipment, a Ring doorbell cam or something like that, that maybe must have caught something, hopefully. So the fiancé Shane Carey saying that the last time he saw Heidi and the children was at around 6:40 a.m. when he left for work, December 12th. And when he arrived home from work at about 2 p.m, Heidi and the baby were not there. He said that Heidi's car was unlocked and her purse was inside with her ID and bank card still in it. He said the only things missing were her keys and her mobile cell phone. He said that he got a call from Silas's school very shortly after saying that Heidi hadn't returned to pick up her son. He went to the school, picked up Silas, and when he returned back to the home, Heidi and the children were still nowhere to be seen, and he notified police several hours later. Now, I know a few people have noticed a slight inconsistency in his story regarding the purse and ID and bank cards being in her vehicle. In another interview, he did say that they were up in the apartment. So I don't know whether they were in the vehicle when he moved them up there, or whether that is an inconsistency in his story. I guess that's something we can only at this point have an opinion on. Anybody with any information is asked to call either 911 or directly in Austin 512-974-5017. So let's continue to pray for Heidi and Margot's safe return. Let's offer words of support to the family and to everybody involved, and let's just hope that this is going to be a Christmas miracle.
Morning, police finally broke their silence surrounding this case, revealing that Heidi Broussard's last known location was right here at this apartment complex where she lived. Behind me, we watched as a special FBI unit combed this area looking for clues.
This morning, the search is intensifying. FBI teams going door to door at this suburban apartment complex.
I see kids like this on the news, but you never think it's going to be yours.
And two puzzled parents, Tammy and David Broussard, trying to make sense of what's happened.
Whoever it is that has her and knows anything, just please come forward and let our babies come home.
It's been 6 days now since their 33-year-old daughter Heidi and their 3-week-old granddaughter Margot vanished without a trace. Heidi's car still in the parking lot near her apartment with a baby car seat inside. Her parents say none of it adds up.
So you think she's probably in trouble somewhere?
Something happened. She would not just leave.
Oh, no, she wouldn't do nothing like
her
this.
son, she'd never leave her son.
Broussard also has a 6-year-old son. She dropped him off at school last week, shortly before disappearing.
Our assumption is that they're alive, and the sooner that we can find them, the better.
Investigators have ramped up search efforts, but say they have no person of interest. They're also not sure if the disappearance is nefarious or if the mother left of her own accord.
She wouldn't leave. Not without an ID. All of her cash was in her purse. Her whole purse is here.
Broussard's boyfriend fighting back tears as he talked about his suddenly empty apartment and the baffling circumstances surrounding his girlfriend and daughter.
She has a beautiful son, a beautiful family that's sitting here waiting on her.
Heidi's parents think she's likely in distress and say they're praying for a breakthrough.
If you could say something to Heidi, what would you tell her?
Come home, baby. Come home.
We love you and we miss you. And we need you home. You and Margot, we need you.
Sam, I know you've been on the ground for a few days now. Walk us through what this search operation looks like there. How extensive of an operation are we talking about?
Pretty extensive, Craig. You know, detectives were asked yesterday where the boots on the ground, and they said they have been continuously putting out agents and investigators out here since the news broke on Thursday. We also know that there are outside search and rescue groups that are standing by with people and with manpower and technology that are just waiting to get their cues from the FBI and where they can fill in the gaps. Additionally, there's a local church group here that's volunteering to start looking this weekend in mass.